These people aren't criminals, right? These people are friggin' heroes. They're setting an example for everyone. It's a group of people doing this in protest. And apparently, this kind of protest you're not allowed to do because, it's causing danger to the public. No, it's got to have a 30-mile-an-hour limit because I'm a moron. And 30-mile-an-hour limits are the best. You know what? Who cares? I didn't spend the taxpayers' money. These friggin' councillors did. The people who put this thing up there, they're the ones that spent our money putting up these stupid things. Unnecessary and unfair. So today we've got some more speed camera news for you. Here on the BBC, there's an article about Vandals supposedly chopping down another speed camera in Cornwall. Now, I've had a little look through this article. I haven't read all the way through it, but we're going to talk a little bit about this and why it's happening. Police and other members of staff, councillors and things like that, they've totally got the wrong idea about why this is happening, and it's absolutely hilarious. So, speed camera has been cut down on a main road in Cornwall. It's the third such incident in less than 2 months. Parish councillor Pete, whatever his name is, who lives opposite the speed camera at Longsdown, said its destruction will cause a lot of upset. To who, I wonder? To the council, to the local councils not getting their money's worth from motorists, eh? He said it took years and years of campaigning, firstly to get a 30-mile-an-hour limit in the village and then to get a camera. If you've already got a 30-mile-an-hour limit set, why the hell do you need the camera? It says the main reason why the camera was put there was because cars were going far too fast through the village and we have young people crossing the road to get to school buses. Okay, here's a couple of really good ways to stop that from happening. Put down zebra crossings or pelican crossings. The crossings with the lights. Just do that. Simple as that. It works. They didn't have to put a bloody speed camera up, but there you go again. See, they just want the money, don't they? They just want the money. So the camera saw more than 12,000 activations in the year since its installation in February 2012, according to police. The force has previously pledged to replace the speed cameras vandalised in recent weeks. So, okay, it says the poles cut down on the A394 between blah 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 would cost between 6,000 and 10,000 each to replace, which guess what? Comes out of taxpayers' money. A speed camera chopped down was reinstalled with reinforced steel. Okay, it doesn't really matter. You can get an angle grinder with a cutting wheel. You can cut straight through that. There's no problem at all. Such acts cause a danger to the public and divert resources from critical police activity. Okay. All right. They also disrupt local communities and road users, and the cost of repair falls on the taxpayer. Oh, it's great, isn't it? So we pay tax for these things that we don't even want. So the real reason why this is happening, because people don't like them. And the problem is that a lot of these speed cameras are put in places that are unfair, where there are other things that they could have done, as I mentioned, to get people slowing down, especially if it's in the aim of helping people cross the road and things like that. There are so many other ways that they could do this. One is putting on pelican crossings, putting on zebra crossings. That's a really easy way, or even setting up traffic lights. I really don't think this is an issue. That again, you get some of these people, especially villages, like for some reason, people who living around villages, they seem to think that they own them, and they seem to think that most people aren't going into the village to visit. Most people are going through the village to get to somewhere else. And guess what? All these people are going to be going as quickly as they can because they drive cars. You know, that's the whole point. The whole point is to get from A to B as quickly as possible, right? And so apparently that's not allowed. No, not allowed. And when you look at the road as well, we have a look at some of these pictures. You see how straight it is? This road should be like a 50-mile-an-hour road. I haven't looked at it on the map, so I can't confirm. But I suspect that it should be probably around a 50-mile-an-hour road. And I'm curious what the previous speed limit was on this road, because apparently the local councillor has been campaigning for years, firstly to get a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit in the village. Okay. I guarantee you that was a 40 or a 50, and it probably could have stayed that way. I really don't see why they need a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit in there. It's all subjective, you know? People think, oh, a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit will help, so let's just put it in there. Oh, no one's abiding by the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit because it's stupid, because it's a bloody straight road. So let's put in a bloody speed camera there. Oh, and then A few months later, it gets cut down. These people aren't criminals, right? These people are friggin' heroes. They're setting an example for everyone. No, I'm not some kind of anarchist. And I don't believe in vandalism, but the problem is, like, how else do you get the message across that you don't want these speed cameras there? You don't need them in these places, and they're literally just put there to catch people out doing their everyday driving. And the thing is as well that a lot of people don't seem to understand. There are always days when people are in a rush, you know? There are always days where people, they leave late, you know, or an emergency has happened, they've got to get somewhere quickly. It's a perfectly innocent excuse for going faster. And if the road allows it, not the speed limit, if the road allows it, if it's safe to do, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. There are plenty of times where I'm speeding all the time. All right, you guys see it in the videos. I'm speeding all the time. I don't try to deny it. Okay, but I wouldn't call my riding unsafe. It's stupid to call it unsafe. It's ridiculous to call it unsafe because the road can clearly do it. I've had this argument with people before, where if emergency services and police, ambulance, whatever, right? If they can go down these roads faster than the speed limit says, then that means it can be done. So, and it can be done safely as well. You don't see police crashing everywhere all the time, do you? So, and yeah, fine, okay, they have like advanced training and things like that, whatever. I'm not saying that we need to do 60 and a 30, right? Or a 70 and a 40. I'm not saying that. I'm saying 40 and a 30. 10 mile an hour over the speed limit shouldn't be a problem, and that is what most people are going to do. They're going to be going over the speed limit up to maybe 10 mile an hour. And I don't think that is unreasonable. I find it stupid how everyone for some reason seems to think that motoring is this crime. Everyone's into motoring to be dangerous. Everyone's into it to cause harm to the public, and it's like, guys, come on, man. What are cars designed for? What are motorcycles designed for? They're designed to get you from A to B as quickly as possible, right? If they really want speed limits everywhere, just ban cars. I've said this before. Just ban cars, make all villages, town centres illegal to drive through, build bypasses around them, and then we can all go back to the Stone Age riding horses and drawing carriages, right? They don't want that though, do they? They don't want to go back to that. But that literally, you could probably go faster on a bicycle down this village than what these cars can do. Right? It's just outrageous. What is the point? And the people that are doing this are locals. They're locals. The people who are damaging these things are locals. They don't like them. They feel like they're unjustified. And the thing is, no one will listen to us. No one listens to people like us that think that this shit is unfair. It's not necessary and it's unfair. I would love to hear their excuses for why they decide to put a 30 mile an hour speed limit there to begin with, what their reasoning is. I bet you their reasoning is complete bollocks and doesn't have any actual representation of the people using the road. It's just arbitrary. It's subjective and it's totally arbitrary. They were like, oh, yes, I'm going to get myself some more votes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enforce speed limits because for some reason bloody peasants around here, that's all they like is speed limits. And they don't even understand how it affects them personally. It's just, oh God, it annoys me so much. It's just frustrating. And the thing is that this is a manifestation of the way how we feel, that it is unfair, that all these things are anti-motorist. How can you argue that this isn't anti-motorist, right? You're supposed to be able to go from A to B as quickly as possible, and they are restricting your ability to do that. And the ridiculous thing is that the police is saying that the attacks on these speed cameras were putting people in danger. All right, who are they talking about then? Are they talking about the whole cutting down a speed camera causing danger to pedestrians, or are they referring to the people who think, oh, that's a speed camera that's down, I'll just bomb it down there? People don't think like that, man. There's a very small percentage of drivers that are actually stupid with the way they drive. The vast majority of drivers will drive responsibly and they will drive sensibly, and they will drive in a way that gets them from A to B quickest without putting any extra risk on themselves, their car, or anyone else around them, because what is the motivation behind actively causing extra danger to you or to others by the way you drive? There isn't that much motivation to do it. So you want to make sure that you drive well enough that you won't get into any crashes, you won't run anyone over, right? Most people have that inert instinct to not cause harm, to not cause any danger to anyone else, right? We're all supposed to be a team, you know. We're all supposed to be working to help each other and things like that. And a driver's attitude is exactly that. They don't want to cause problems. There's not many drivers out there that actively want to cause problems whenever they go out and use the roads. Same with motorcyclists. How many motorcyclists go out there deliberately to cause problems? They don't. Right? The vast majority of them don't. So it's safe. It's safe for them to go a little bit over the speed limit. It is not a problem. But these people are making it a bigger problem than it actually is. How many people have died on this road? You know, they're talking about all this, about causing danger. They're not actually saying how much danger it actually causes, how many people have been killed as a result of speeding drivers on this road. They haven't said anything like that. They haven't mentioned it. So it's just bullshit. A lot of it. It is just... these councillors talking out their asses, man. The thing is, though, guys, this is going to get worse. Right, this is just the start. Okay, we already live in a highly surveillanced country. All right, I think Britain is one of the most surveillanced countries in the world. Right, so there's cameras everywhere. If you do something that you're not supposed to do, well, guess what? There's a camera that will probably catch you doing it. I remember watching the Auto Alex channel recently. I think it was the V2 one where they do like the podcast. And Taylor, he was telling us about a story about how he bought this car and he went out in the night into a car park. I think it was like a Tesco car park, he said, or an Asda car park, something like that. And he thought, I'm going to have a bit of fun. I'm going to do some donuts. No one else was in the car park. It was in the middle of the night, right? And he thought, well, this would be fun. Let's go and do some donuts. What danger is he causing to anyone else? He's not. The only danger is to himself. So anyway, that ended up getting caught on camera. And the shop owners or someone else, whatever, right, they sent it off to the police and they gave him, like, I can't remember if they gave him points or if they gave him a warning or something, but they basically told him off for it. I think they might even have given him a fine. I can't remember. But you think to yourself, for God's sake, man, you're just having a bit of fun. You're not doing anything. You know, you're not causing any harm to any of those bloody busybodies thinking that, no one's allowed to be doing anything. You know, it's like we're not allowed to do wheelies, even though... You know, you do a wheelie in a safe place where the danger is to yourself. Who cares, right? You decide to do a burnout. As stupid as they are, stupid as wheelies are, they're fun. Okay, it's a little bit of fun. Oh my God, punish me for having a little bit of fun, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's that kind of attitude where you're not allowed to get away with anything. You're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to push the boundaries a little bit. You're not allowed to have a little bit of fun every once in a while. And that is just outright depressing. You know, I kind of wish I lived in the United States. I lived in Texas, where the border to Mexico, you cross over the border to Mexico and you can just bomb it anywhere you go and the police don't care. You can do it anywhere. You do any speed, do anything you like on their roads. It isn't an issue. But then you're here and you just, oh my God, man. Why? See, the thing is as well, like, I think most police officers, if they catch you doing something like that, they might come up to you and say, right, all right, that's enough now, come on, get off, right? They won't say anything else, that's all they'll do, and then they'll tell you to F off, and that's it. But for some reason, people think that even though you decide to do some donuts in a car park, you decide to pull a wheelie on a road, a perfectly empty road that's one massive straight line, people think that they have to say something. They're busybodies. They have to say something because they don't like it. They don't understand it, and they don't like it. It's like, who cares? It's none of your business. And we've seen it before, actually, when we've done like little reactions to motorcycling incidents and things like that. How you know, you get people that take the law into their own hands, and they're like friggin' Judge Dredd, and they you know, and they try stopping the biker from doing something. It's like, mate, you don't own this road. This is a public road. I can do whatever the hell I like with it. Piss off. You know, that's the kind of attitude you kind of think. But people can't help themselves. For some reason, when something is against the law, when something is against the rules, it's like people have to say something. And you think to yourself, hang on a sec, right? All these people that do that, it's none of your business, okay? If they end up causing property damage, if they end up crashing or something like that, that's on them, okay? It's up to them. It's their choice. They have to live with the consequences. But until they do that, it's none of your damn business. So butt out. Right? It's got nothing to do with you. And, like, you know, I see people doing wheelies and stuff like that everywhere around here, and I'm like, that's cool. You know, I don't think that, oh, that's stupid. Why did they do that? I'm going to call the police. I'm going to be like, oh, this person with a number plate, blah, 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 they're pulling wheelies up and down this road. You need to come and apprehend them now. I'm not friggin' like that. It's not rebellious. It's being free. It's enjoying our lives. It's not anarchist. It's not anything more nefarious than just, I want to have a bit of fun in my car. I want to have a bit of fun in my bike. I don't know if that's a massive tangent or something like that, but my point is that this is when this kind of stuff starts happening. When people start getting unhappy, this is when things like this happen. And the reason why it's happening, if I haven't said it already, is because it is unreasonable. People find it unreasonable. And I guarantee you that it's not one person doing this. All right? It's a group of people doing this in protest. And apparently, this kind of protest you're not allowed to do. Because, it's causing danger to the public. It's costing taxpayers money. You know what? Who cares? I didn't spend the taxpayers' money. These frigging councillors did. The people who put this thing up there, they're the ones that spent our money putting up these stupid things. No. Unnecessary and unfair. Absolutely no need for it whatsoever. This should be a wake-up call for these local councillors, that people aren't happy with this stuff. We already have enough bloody speed cameras everywhere. You don't need to add any more. You don't need to change the speed limits. On most of these roads, you don't have to change the speed limits. It's like the whole bloody thing in Wales. They didn't have to, but they decided to arbitrarily. And we did a video about that recently, and it was all based on one public health study. One study, they made a change across the entire country. You can't make a change like that affects millions of people based off one study. Which, guess what? Takes a sample of the traffic activity in Wales. So it is in no way, shape or form representative of the entire road infrastructure in the country, But these councillors take it as an excuse. And I don't know why. I don't know what the motivation is. No, I know what the motivation is. Again, it's the whole anti-motorist thing. They don't want people driving anywhere anymore. Yeah, it's more stuff like this. And the thing is, Cornwall is one of those counties in England where this is the kind of stuff that they do again. They're doing all this stuff throughout the entire county, similar to in Wales. They've taken a very similar approach to their speed management. There's a reasonable amount of speed enforcement that you can make across the country. All right? Putting up speed cameras everywhere isn't the answer. For God's sake. People who are doing 10 mile an hour over the speed limit. These are the people getting prosecuted. The 12,000 people, that was here, more than 12,000 people who got caught speeding. Most of them are not dangerous drivers. Most of them are drivers that are going about their everyday, doing their everyday thing, and probably didn't even know that this road had changed to a 30 mile an hour, especially if this is a recent thing, But it's just the fact that they are campaigning. So guess what? That means that the experts, the people who assess the roads, who determine initially what the speed limit of the road should be, has been overturned by the locals because they think, they don't know, they think that it's the right thing to do. And they're morons. The fact that, what they could have done is they could have got an assessor to come in and assess the speed of the road. But even if they did do that, they wouldn't even go with their expert opinion anyway. They would just go ahead and do their own bloody thing and say, nope, it's got to have a 30 mile an hour limit because I'm a moron and 30 mile an hour limits are the best. I think her name's Jeff, isn't it? These people are all called Jeff and Margaret, aren't they? Honestly. Or Malcolm. That was Lee Evans' character, wasn't it? Malcolm. Taking the piss. If I'm perfectly honest, just taking the piss. We might as well all go back to riding horses again. Because apparently we're not allowed to drive our cars anywhere near the speeds that they can do or that they're capable of doing, or in ways that will get us to A to B quicker, as what cars are meant to do. And bikes. Not allowed to do it. Sorry. They'll say sorry. Yeah, bollocks. These people, honestly, they need to get a grip, man. God. Anyway, the whole reason why I'm doing this video today is because I know we've done quite a few videos recently about speed limits and about these changes and things because they're quite hot topics at the moment, but it's to spread awareness that not everyone who speeds is a lunatic. Most people, the vast majority of road users, will be speeding and they will be doing it safely. Speeding, by the way, is subjective. It's not relative to how safe the driver actually is. There is no way to calculate the dangerousness of a driver all because of the speed they're going. There is up to a point, right? So if anyone is doing a ridiculous amount of speed on a road that they shouldn't be doing it, then at that point, okay, you could say, right, yeah, that's not on, mate, right? You're taking the mick. It goes both ways, yeah? Drivers can take the piss, doing 70 mile an hour 30, that's taking the piss. But anyone that is doing 35, 40 mile an hour in a 30, they probably do it every single day. And they're used to doing it, and they probably don't even notice. Because guess what? The vast majority of us, myself included, are keeping our eyes on the road. We're not watching our speedo every 2 seconds. Because guess what? That's taking our eyes off the road every 2 seconds. Not doing it, right? It's safer to keep your eyes on the road. And that's another thing. If you're constantly on the lookout for speed cameras all the time, guess what? You're taking your eyes off the road. Is that more dangerous? Is that not more dangerous? There's a debate to be had. But no one will have the debate. No one will have it because everyone is just... There's this sheep consensus that drivers are bad. Doesn't matter if you're doing the speed limit or not, because one day the speed limit is 30 mile an hour on a particular road, then they'll change it to 20, you know, and all of a sudden anyone that's doing 30 now on that road is now a bad driver. They're now a lunatic. They're now a dangerous driver. It's like, get a grip, get a life. Honestly, it's gone too far. It's absolutely gone too far, and we need to spread awareness of this stuff. That's why I'm doing it. All right, I'm putting myself out there because I know a lot of people are going to disagree. I know that a lot of people are going to be, you know, calling me out and saying that I'm a lunatic and things like that. But I'm just, this is an opinion based off of my experience, and this is an opinion based off experience from other road users. Like the way how people use the roads. It's okay to go as slow as you like on the roads, but it's not okay to go as fast as you like on the roads. You know, it's kind of like double standards, and people get annoyed by both equally. You know, the people who drive normally, who drive responsibly, who drive sensibly, they are the ones that get annoyed by slow drivers. Yet all of this crap encourages more of those slow drivers every single day. All right. Hopefully I've made my point clear, and let me know what you think down in the comment section below, because it's getting to crunch time now, where if we don't do something soon, the whole country is going to enforce ridiculous speed limits, and we're not going to be able to drive our cars or ride our bikes anywhere. Because anytime we do, there's going to be a real risk of getting caught speeding, despite the fact that you are driving or riding responsibly. There's a big difference between riding responsibly and speeding. A massive difference. And it's bigger than you think. Someone can drive a car or ride a motorcycle responsibly doing well over the speed limit. They can. You might not believe me, but they can. Because we do it every day. Every day we do it. And guess what? I've not ran anyone over. I've not caused any crashes. You know? And even when I make a mistake and I have to correct myself, I'm still able to. I've still got plenty of time to do it. It's all good. Okay? But some people just go way over the top with this stuff. Remember, I'm coming from a point of view that's supposed to be the voice of reason. Alright? I don't want people getting speeding tickets for ridiculous, you know, doing 34 and a 30. You know, I'm standing up for those people. The people who don't have a voice. Because everyone has been brainwashed by this news. By this stuff. Everyone's been brainwashed by it. You can't deny it. The vast majority of people have been brainwashed by the amount of impact that speeding actually has on UK roads. Speed can be dangerous, but only up to a point. All right? The vast majority of roads are designed to go quite significantly over the speed limits that have been assigned to those roads. But apparently, not allowed. Not allowed to do it. But anyway, everyone, so let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you've agreed with me, leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. I know this is divisive. Okay, so remember, I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to be nice about these things. I'm not saying exactly the way I feel, because that would get a lot of people upset. So I'm still trying to talk from a reasonable point of view. But let me know what you think, and be just as reasonable, all right? If you disagree, let's have an honest debate about it. Tell me why. You know? Tell me why, and what your reasoning is, what your justification is. Okay? I may disagree, but at least we can have a debate about it. At the moment, we're not even getting that option, all right? So I want to just spark some debate. That's it. That's all I want to do. Spark some debate, get people talking about this issue, because it is an issue, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger issue every single year. All right. So let's get the word out there. Let's see how many of us are in favour of this kind of stuff and not in favour. I think we'll be surprised at how many people are not in favour of this kind of stuff. But anyway, we've got some exciting things happening before Christmas. I have bought a Christmas present for the channel, which I think everyone's going to appreciate because, yeah, people have been telling me to do it for years. So I finally pulled the trigger, and this item should be arriving tomorrow. And I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait to see it in action. It's going to be great. So a video about that should be out next week. And I'm looking to do a few other bits and pieces as well before Christmas. Also, the wifey, she's going to be doing some stuff on her own channel. All right, it's called I'm Just Me. All right, so definitely go and check that one out, because I'll be featuring in a video in that soon, where we're going to go and do a McDonald's festive taste test. So we're going to be going through the McDonald's menu, the festive items on the menu. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at whether or not there's anything there that is worth having. But yeah, got some exciting stuff happening in the near future, guys and gals. So definitely stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. And we might even do another live show again. All right, so keep that in mind. We're looking, me and the wife, we were looking to do a live show, maybe like a bit of a Q&A style live show towards the end of the year as well. So just so you all know, it's probably going to be on a Thursday again, just like we did before. So Thursday, 6 o'clock, like we used to do the live shows earlier in the year. All right, but I apologise for the hiatus on those, but yeah, we'll see if because they are difficult. They're difficult to do every week. So we'll see if we can pick them back up again. But I'll let you know. I don't know, maybe next week or something like that, when we plan to actually do the Q&A session, the live Q&A. But we'll see. What other news is there from us? I'm thinking in the near future to reveal my name. Something that I have refused to do ever since the channel's inception. But there's a there's a really good reason for me to reveal my name, and I think that a lot of you lot can help out if you knew who I was. So I'm thinking of doing that maybe next week as well, or maybe even coming up towards the end of the year. I don't know yet, I haven't decided, but it's something I'm going to do soon, and the video will be entitled something along the lines of I'm revealing my name. So stay tuned for that one as well if you are curious, and if you feel like, you know, it's an extra step getting to know me, because for a lot of you, for most of you, I'm just a face through a monitor, through a screen. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe we can get past that barrier a little bit more if you knew my name. But that's what I'm thinking of doing. So let me know if that's something that you want to hear as well. And yeah, I think that's everything. Quite a lot of things have happened this week. Me and the wife have been discussing quite a lot of stuff about how we want to proceed with all of our little projects and things like that. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for taking up your time today. How long has it been? Half an hour. Great. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, ride safe, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.